reply type of process. We'll pay the postage, so the veteran just writes thank you, throw it in a mailbox, and it'll go back to the donor as an acknowledgement that their request has been fulfilled for us to spend their money the way they wanted it. But we also put this notice in each instruction as well, that the leather components of any given kit from the Elks is acknowledged. So we do that every day. This is not leather. This is just a nylon cord that's waxed. So that's why it feels sticky, because it helps on certain kits. Because a thread, if you were to do it, when you sew it, it'll kind of want to do that. But the wax, when you sew it, it'll stay. And it helps some of the levels of their ability to deal with it a little bit more efficiently than if somebody were more challenged. So it kind of expands the, acceptance and the ability for the patients to deal with them. So.
Can you give your voice a rest now and take over for a second?
Yeah.
For about 8-9 years now, I've been getting high school or elementary school students to make Christmas and Veterans Day cards for the veterans. A lot of them I take and give them to the veterans, but there's a lot of them I have left over. So I bring them over to Chip. He'll put them in one of his kits, and he'll send them to the, when he sends the kits. Also, decks of cards. We get a lot of cards donated, playing cards. So I'll bring them over. Chip will put them in these.
Well, we have a kit, playing card case, and we include the cards when we have them.
So it's, these guys are awesome.
It's maintained, like, if we, for the list of facilities, that's, oh, the donors?
Yeah.
That's kind of, I would ask Joe that question, because I don't know the process of that. I would have to ask Joe. That's kind of a more of a Joe end of it, Joe and Mike. He was asking how often we update our donor list.
For the cards?
Donor cards, correct?
Pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much an ongoing thing. We have new donors come in, so it's pretty much once a month, it seems, we're doing
It's
that.
a living document.
It is, very much so.
It just comes and goes.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, one special thing, Chip, did you talk about Kerry Cahill?
I have not yet.
Okay.
No.
Are you going to, or?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I guess I'm going to do it. Okay. No, one thing we do, Kerry Cahill, who you may or may not know, is an actress. She was in The Free State of Jones. She's just starring in The Walking Dead. She did a public service announcement for us, and this is kind of special for her and for us. Her father was a former Army, and he was a physician assistant. He was killed at the Fort Hood terrorist attack, and he got an award. He tried to stop the shooter, and he was killed trying to protect younger soldiers. So with her, we did a special commemorative leather. He's a guy from the 70s. He used to wear a wristband. They got a little, I don't think we haven't completed one, do we? No, anyway. But anyway, we've got these straps that come around the sides here, and this is something that he wore all the time that she had. So we basically copied it, and we put a signature on it, and it's something we're doing as a commemorative to honor his service. So, but just to show you, I think we were asked before, can we do special order things or special things? Well, yeah, we can. And we can do that because we can honor someone special from the heart versus trying to sell another product. So, thank you. Chip?
Okay, so we're going to head over to this direction. Not only leather skins, but we use leather scrap. So, in the leather world, the leather end of the world here, leather scrap is a commodity that after a manufacturer is to cut their larger pieces, they have pieces that don't fit into their product line. And so they generate what is called scrap. So this material has no less quality than it would be if it were a full skin, but because we have small items that can be as small as a link belt, this is a link that you have, where you thread it together and it will make a chain link, and it can be a belt. And so as we are using it to cut larger dies, which are going to be the backs for wallets, then she'll use up every little piece and generate links. And so we don't throw anything away. And there's no less, like I said, no less quality, but we utilize every little space that we can. So that we take that money that was invested to purchase this and we use all of it, everything possible. We don't throw anything away. And then it's kind of like a glorified cookie cutter. So that what she's doing, the dies are created out of steel, and they have the tube, what they call the tubes that cut the holes, and that's all done in one swipe. So she has what's called a clicker cutter, which is that's the type of this equipment it's titled, so that it will allow the cutter, Yolanda in this case, right, Yolanda? So she'll be able to apply the die where the quality lends itself to the most productive end of that piece of leather she's cutting, because no two pieces are the same. So it's not like a piece of paper where you stick it in every time and it's the same. She has to put the die, and it's based upon the size. So she's cut the big pieces first, and then she'll go down in size to whatever's available, and then it'll end up being even this small. And we have some that are even smaller. So
You cut all your pieces here.
we cut all the leathers manufactured here. Yes.
Okay.
This is Elks. This is Elks leather. This is deer skin.
Deer skin or elk skin?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Or elk.
All right, everybody gather around. Don't be afraid. Skip doesn't bite.
Here.
Okay. This is leather that's loaded on what we call a horse. This horse is deerskin leather. This is Elks. This is donated by yourselves. And this is what we've used to create the kits that you saw up in the lobby. And so we take the hides that have been collected nationwide and that have been provided to help heal veterans, and we make kits out of them. And again, they're based upon the quality, because you'll see a leather skin. These are from deer, so they're out in the wilderness, you know. So you have a lot of tick bites. There can be gun blast or arrow holes. I mean, there's everything. We've seen it all. We've used it all. But because of all of our different sizes of dyes, we generate in all these different components.
So does the leather go currently it goes to one spot, and that one distributor gives it to you guys?
Almost. It'll go to the tannery, and then they'll call up Dennis and say, "Hey, Dennis, we got those 3 pallets wrapped in gold, by the way, or just came in last week." So that's 21,000 square feet of leather. And that, you know, he called me up, says, "Chip, I got 3 pallets ready for you. You know, it's over at Coe Tanning over in Pennsylvania. Okay, we'll pick it up. We pick it up tomorrow, and they ship it out here. And then we'll turn it into kits." So this is from the shipment before.
Most of it comes from packaging.
Yes. Yeah, the
We have a
tanneries.
lot of different
Yes. Well, there is some West Coast. There is a few states. Yeah. I know there's some states that it doesn't don't participate in that, and I don't know the parameters or why that is. Pardon? No, I don't believe they do. That it changes a lot. I'll hear Dennis. He'll make a comment. You know, so and so's on, like Utah's on, and the next time it might be Utah's off. So it just fluctuates. So it depends on what the lodges do. And then these are what the kits will look like as they're provided to the veteran. And so dream catchers are a way to utilize very low quality material, because we have shipped in 1 month, we've shipped over 3,000 of these to all the facilities that we ship to in that given month. They're extremely popular. But because of the way we cut it, a 6-foot leather strand is only a die of that big because it's a spiral. And you'll see how she's cutting it over here. She's cutting the glove right now. And so any of the quality level that doesn't meet for the main kit she's cutting, she'll cut the dream catcher, and we accumulate all that as a cut along, and then we generate that type of production kit that will, you know, we get people, I'll take 3 cases of dream catchers, and there's 24 in a case.
Wow.
So, and that next month they might want 1, next month they might want 5. You know, it just, we cater to whatever they need. But these, we have moccasins, dream catchers.
All very popular.
Oh yeah, they're way popular. In fact, I've had some who call up and say, "Do you have any of that deerskin moccasins?" Oh yeah, we do. So, yeah. And all the cutting guys, like I said, the cookie cutters are all there on the shelf. Even just one piece. Every die is created for that particular piece. And what Roberta's doing, oh, there's the made up. That's what the finished log is today. This is what the die looks like for the lace. So this cuts 6 feet of lace. That's behind Mike, or right here. This is what she's cutting. So a piece that small will utilize something like this, and 2 of those go per each dream catcher. So extremely popular and a very efficient way to generate those type of components.
I guess one thing that surprised me that we don't waste it. Yeah. We've got a small piece of chips and find some way to use it. So we're not throwing hardly anything out.
You got hardly anything on the floor.
We try, we try. But we have other vendors that partner with us as well. So in the craft industry, there's a company called Plaid. I don't know if any of you are crafters, but Plaid is a very significantly based presence in the craft industry over the years. Fabric paint, they'll do scrapbooking type things. Well, they had product lines that end, and all of this material here on these pallets was donated to us. And they had 2 truckloads of material that they were ending. And rather than try to sell it to Big Lots or that, they found out who we are and what we do, and went, well, send it to help heal veterans.
You can put it on.
Well, it's been a whole mixture. We've had stencils, we've had rub-on, little molds.
It's very cool and very helpful for a
Material that
Yeah.
molds.
Look, it's double duty. You get a therapy plus you get something on the end.
Yeah, that's great.
Very good.
Decorate our things. So we really try to outside the box ideas. So we're gonna go proceed out this way.
Everybody get together around here for
So they're cutting spine. Good deal.
Okay, we're gonna take this kind of a quick direction out here and shipping. All of this material in this area is ready for shipment. That has donor cards applied and or has been manufactured and packaged in those kits and in boxes in a shipping state that can be palletized. And then because we don't make everything, we also purchase other kits to handle those demands that are put on us to fill the voids of all the items and the requests that are put on us. This is what we do. We purchase these. These are all, as you'll see, you'll have a donor card, and we'll put a sticker on that it's been donated through, so it doesn't kind of eBay thing. So, but all the kits will have a donor card on it. And that's what we do. We call it a processing, where we will put that knowledge on so that the veteran has that donor card to write a thank you. And John back here pulls our orders. And just yesterday, he got an order that is from, I don't know what Elks Lodge is at, what state?
It's Elizabeth, Arkansas.
Elizabeth, yeah, so Elizabeth, Arkansas. Dennis has met with the Grand Lodge in, I believe it was St. Louis last year? Or I should say 16. Houston, that's right. So what he did is he set up a booth or a table to let all in attendance know that if in any lodge, you can call us and say, we would like to distribute craft kits to the veterans in our community. And so what he's done is on the website, there's a form that I understand you fill out because it's elk. I'm not an elk, sorry, but that's how you can sign up, and all the orders will go through him, and he'll send them to us, and then we'll pull them, fill them, and send them to that lodge. And sometimes it's state veterans homes, but they connect that. So if any lodges that want to participate, we're more than happy to partner with you and share these. Absolutely. So, but this is how a small order will go, and sometimes we'll have 5 or 6 pallets that are this high. It just depends on the facility's needs. You know, so if we have somebody wants certain items and not others, others will, like our Bay Pines, Florida just came out, they want 5 pallets. And just like 3 weeks ago, they had just put an order in. And this is already another order for 5 more pallets.
How did they know when you have
It's, we have like what we call, internally we call it a pull sheet, has a list of the items, and what Dennis has had Chicago put on the website is, it's kind of a list of the, if not the specific items leather and wood wise, but at least category wise, models. We don't list like a 38 Chevy, you know, because it changes all the time.
Right.
And when we run out, we might
Model
buy
car.
something else. Yeah, or models, or paint by numbers, or other type of kits that fall into that category. And then John will use his experience to say, okay, well, this is state veterans home. They're not going to want to paint by number like this with little teeny spaces. They're going to want to paint by number like this with big spaces. Because state veterans homes are going to be elderly, and they're going to hard to get into those. So we use that experience. That's how we fill the needs.
You have people that go to the lodges and talk about this.
I don't know that she's asking if we have anybody that goes to the lodges, but
No, but we do have, like I said, we do have some craft care specialists. So
Yeah.
if a lodge and we had a craft care specialist in the area and they wanted to work together, you know, we'd be happy to do that.
because I've been to Hemet.
Yeah.
I've been to Hemet a few times.
Yeah.
Jim's invited me over, and so I've spoken there and participated in Veterans Night.
And those pictures on the wall, those are all your craft care specialists
Yes, ma'am.
throughout the United States.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to go into the wood shop. Now, this one I'm going to speak a little bit before we get into there, because it's probably a little more difficult to hear, but what the wood shop is a collection of saws, and we have a drill, and we have a router. It's all, whenever possible, it's kind of semi-automated, where it has an automatic feeder, you know, for safety and issues, but because we do so many, we need something productive as well. But we also have a machine in there which is a die cutter. And a die cutter is where these clicker cutters are 15 ton, the die cutter in there is a 70 ton. We take an 1/8-inch land board, and we have dies, and we cut those, and we make those into the images where you can punch out. Did you all see the wagons that were in the lobby? Those Western wagons up on top?
Oh, yeah.
Those start out as flat panels of wood. You have to put them out, you have to make the wheels. They're very advanced, but really popular. Oh yeah, they're popular. They got to paint them or decorate them. That was a plastic one. The ones I'm talking about are the ones on top of that corner. Yes, Stagecoach, the chuck wagon, Conestoga. And we're working on a circus wagon right now. So in another, we're hoping in a couple months, it'll be a circus wagon. So we'll have 5 here, 6 here. We've also created like a Revolutionary War cannon. So we've done that. Yes, that's a lock and load pen, we call it. We title it lock and load. But we buy lumber by units. Where we'll receive truckloads of lumber a month that we use to cut out the piece components. We have, it's not often, they get more leather given. We've tried. Sometimes, not often, all the lumber is perfect. We rarely get those. Some vendors totally go over.
And we're not wood structure, you know, it's a little bit loud, so you can't hear shit like
We do is provide
show how we're cutting the wood for the different types of wood chips that we use, like birdhouses, logs, different types of wagons, things like that. Look around, and then we will be wrapping up really shortly, so hang with us. We're having a good time here with the Elks, looking around, taking a tour, and just again, what we do here at Local Veterans.
The wood that is out in the aisleway there is cut down to this size. And then it's put onto this machine and it's die cut. Up here explains the principle.
Shelves of wood products. I want to thank everyone for joining us for the tour. We are going to wrap it up here as we're getting towards the end. And this will be up on our Facebook page. Thank you for everyone that joined us live. And we will be in touch. We will definitely be posting more photos and more veteran stories coming up. So stay with us. Thank you.